Hi guys. This channel is going to be for those of you that have had a traumatic brain injury. I am 42 years old, almost 43, and my TBI happened August of 2022. So this chat is a little bit of because when I had my TBI, I looked around and looked around for support for people that had had a traumatic brain injury and didn't know even where to start, didn't know where to look at if their signs were normal, if their signs were not normal. I was basically in the dark and didn't know where to turn. And finally, I did find a couple of channels out there. Forgive me if I don't remember, but I know that there was a couple ladies that I sat there and I laughed and I watched and, kind of wondered, I wonder if that's me. I wonder if that's me. And we'll kind of get back to that where what more of my symptoms were and what we kind of go through. And I'm going to tell you now, the TBI that I had was probably the dumbest, and I'm going to tell you that, the dumbest way to have gotten a TBI. And at first they did put it as it was, it's a concussion, it's a concussion. You have post-concussion syndrome later on, and then later finally got diagnosed with a TBI. Because what is a TBI? Well, a TBI is any traumatic brain injury, any traumatic anything that comes at you and you are not seeing it, you don't witness it, you don't know about it. You weren't anticipating that to happen, is going to be a traumatic injury. I mean, it's so hard to think about that, but so my traumatic brain injury happened, and I don't have any scars. I have a little indent from it, but so my daughter and I were moving furniture. At the time, you'll see I have some Western stuff over here. We live in a rural area, so I had some wagon wheels on the wall. We have a split foyer, so we have stairs going down to the basement and then stairs that come back up, and we have a little floor there as like an entryway. Well, I was working, and on my break I decided that I was going to go downstairs and move a piece of furniture, and my daughter was home, so I said I don't want to take it out and around up to the porch. I just want to bring it up. We'll just lift it up over the railings and be done with it. Probably the worst mistake I could have ever made in my life, honestly. It was what changed my whole life. So we had those wagon wheels. Either I hit it or my daughter hit it with the piece of furniture that we were moving. I'm not sure. The wagon wheel came off the wall, and it's one of those decorative ones, but it's about 3 foot across, up and down, as a circle. It's about 3 foot across. It weighed about 20 to 25 pounds. I was coming up the stairs and it came off the wall and literally just came straight down on my head. I don't remember what happened other than I dropped like a sack of potatoes. And when I woke up, I felt like my whole head was just bleeding and gushing blood. I could have swore that it was gushing blood because I could feel the hot, and just, it felt like I busted my head wide open. When I asked my daughter, she said, "No, you're not bleeding." I don't remember what happened to the piece of furniture. I'm not going to even lie. I have no idea if I finished bringing it up with her or if she moved it all by herself. All I know is that when I woke up from that first time, I just told my daughter, I was like, I'm fine. I just need to rest for a minute. I passed out again. And then I guess I became belligerent. My daughter said, we need to call an ambulance. We need to, do whatever. No, I'm fine. I just need to be in my own bed. I need to lay down. I need to rest. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to see anybody. I ended up passing out again. And by the time I woke back up again, my husband was home. It takes about 20 minutes from the nearest biggest town that we live in. And he was like, get up, we're going in the emergency room. I didn't want to, screamed and fussed about it. We ended up going to the emergency room. They got us in, they got us seen, diagnosed with a concussion. Fast forward to a week or so later, and I'll tell you why this is important, because they said it was a concussion. If it was bad or got worse, come back to the emergency room. So went back, and the emergency room was so full that they triaged me and put me in a waiting room, and I don't know how long we had been there. I would have to say like an hour or something. I was so mad, so angry, so frustrated that I was like, nope, we're going home. They don't have time to see me. I am going home. I'm going to rest, because these noises, the sounds, everything was so intensified. It hurt to look. It hurt to see light. It hurt to hear sounds. It hurt to talk. It just hurt. Anything that was making a vibration in your brain or in your face, I couldn't deal with. So I said, I promise I'll go to the emergency room the very next day, and we'll see if they don't have anybody. Well, if anybody has mom and dads, I am a mom. I am a grandmother. And let me tell you, when my mom found out about it, her and my dad were so upset that I didn't get seen, that I did not stay to get seen. I signed out AMA. I was done. So we went back again the next day. Well, bet your bottom that my mom and dad came and picked me up and drove me to the emergency room. They were going to make sure that their daughter got that their daughter got seen and taken care of. And we did. At this point, it was, like I said, a week later. So they moved me from concussion to post-concussion syndrome, because it wasn't a new concussion, but I'd had it for long enough that it's an after concussion. That's why I still had headaches. That's why everything was so loud to me. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't look at my phone. I couldn't look at anything that had light. Was basically sitting in a room for I don't know how long that did not have light, that had the dark out windows. There was no other noises that were running. I couldn't even hear the sound of a fan. It was so bad. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And it's something so stupid that changed my life forever. I have lost friends. I have lost relationships. I have gained some new friends, and I do cherish the new friends that I have, because we have a lot of the same stories. We have a lot of the same things that we suffer from, things that are new to us, and things that we can understand with each other, others that have traumatic brain injuries or that have had brain injuries and have lost their memory. That's a big one that I will never get back. For the last 18 months. I will never get that time back again. And that is the hardest to think about. So if you have had a traumatic brain injury, no matter if it's big, no matter if it's small, I am hoping with this channel that I can actually help you out and make you not feel crazy from what I was feeling and what I was thinking that only I was going through, and why was I going through this? And no one, none of my family, not my husband, not my kids, no one could truly understand what I was going through. And then I met some friends, probably 6 months into this new me. New me that was hoping it was still going to turn around. New me that thought, this is only temporary. Well, temporary is a week, a month. When you get to that year, and you still don't remember things, and you get to that year and you still have problems with your balance, you still have problems seeing things. I do have glasses. I don't have them on right now, and I'll show you those here on one of my next videos. But even something simple as to be able to get into a vehicle and not be car sick, whether you're driving, whether you're riding in a vehicle. I hope that my videos are going to help you. I hope that maybe they'll shed some light onto you, because when I went looking for answers and things like that, it was all the big traumatic brain injuries. And I'm not saying that, one is better than the other one, but, well, we'll get into that more. But keep watching. Let me know if there's something that you have a question about. Do you think that it's normal? Do you think that it's not normal? Let me know if you have questions, and we'll try to answer those, or I will try to answer those as we go through this. Now, this is my first video, so I'm not sure if you're finding this in a week, if you're finding this in a month, or if it's years down the lane, because that's kind of what I've been running into, is that years down the road, I'm finding these from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or longer on YouTube. And I'm finding, wow, these aren't even something that's been recent. Like, where is someone recent that had a traumatic brain injury? Are the symptoms still the same? Are the treatments still the same? Are there treatments? Let's get this back out there and make some more awareness about it. And I will give you some information about what I've been doing for the last 18 months, where we are now. And things are going to change from day to day, because no day is ever the same. I don't care if you had an accident yesterday. You're not the same that you were yesterday. You are a different person. And we'll talk about that more. So hit me up, hit like, follow me, and let's see where this adventure takes. And I'll have it out there and be able to look back on this and say, I don't remember doing that. Because again, if you can't laugh, then you'll probably cry. But let's make it a good day and laugh about it. Thanks.